Bryce Carter is a CIO and financial advisor with Financial Strategies Group in Okemos. Bryce, talk about benefits of paying cash for a vehicle.
Yeah, this is a big question. I'm getting a lot right now. People have been driving the same car for years now, and they're looking to buy. And they look to buy, and they get that quote for what their payment's going to be, and they see that interest dollar amount after 5 or 6 years, and they're calling, should I pay cash or should I finance this purchase? And it's a really good question. And normally I would tell people several years ago, when you could get an auto loan at 2.25%,
right,
just finance the thing. Hang on to your money. You might need it for an emergency. You might need it to invest. You might need it for a lot of things. But now when we're looking at auto loans at 6%, 7%, I would just tell people, if you have the cash on hand, go ahead and pay cash for it. Now, every situation's different, but if you can and the interest rates are too high, just pay cash for it.
You know, my aunt did that, and she saved she'd keep a car for 3 years. During that 3 years, she'd save the car
like she was making a payment.
like she was making a payment, and then buy a new car in 3 years. So she did that, which was proactive. So, are there benefits of financing?
You know, here's the thing: is if you can't afford the down payment, or I'm sorry, you can't afford the whole thing at once. I mean, you certainly have that benefit, and everybody needs reliable transportation to get kids to school, to work, you name it, right? So there's certainly advantages to financing, and sometimes with certain vehicles, you can get great introductory rates. You know, these sometimes the manufacturers make too many of a certain model, and you can get near 0% interest rates on them. So there's advantages there. But what I'm seeing a lot of is people looking at a car, maybe a popular model, they are debating on paying cash, and the interest rate is 6.5% if they don't pay cash. And it's like, let's not pay 6.5% for the next 72 months. Let's just pay cash, get it done and over with, and then we'll save the money monthly.
All auto loans are not the same.
That's 100% true. That is 100% true.
Red flags.
One big thing is that if you are paying cash, you'll usually have a lot more negotiation power, particularly with used vehicles. That's a quick, easy transaction for almost all dealers, and you're out of there before lunch, right? So it's a pretty good advantage to do that.
What are some of the red flags to look for if we're signing up for an auto loan?
Yeah, so if you're getting quotes, for example, on mortgage interest rates, it doesn't impact your credit. But if you go to 5 dealerships and you get 5 quotes for what your auto loan interest rate is, those are all reported on your credit and hurts your credit score.
Ooh.
So don't do that. Do not get your credit ran until you have picked the vehicle, you've picked the price, and you know roughly whether you want to pay cash or you want to finance. Only get your credit score ran one time.
Good advice, Financial Strategies Group. You can give Bryce a call. The number's on the screen.
Thank you.